Pokemon. They come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, sometimes even flavors. There has been a ton of top videos counting down the biggest, strongest, beautiful, or right down ugly of them all. But for someone that is considered kinda tall, 6 feet, I started wondering who the tallest Pokemon is. After all, this data is in the Pokedex, so join me as we count down the top 5 tallest Pokemon as of now. Okay, so bear with me, I always mispronounce this name. Primal Kyogre? Kyogre? I don't know, just roast me in the comments. So this beast of the sea, according to the Pokedex, is exactly 32 feet and 1 inch, which is 2 feet taller than Steelix and the latest Ultra Beast Celesteela, which sadly didn't make it to the list. You would think that a giant steel snake would make it, but Pokemon logic. To put it into perspective, the tallest animal in the world is a giraffe, and Primal Kyogre happens to be twice as tall. Double giraffe power. I mean, it does make sense. After all, this legendary Pokemon is based on the Leviathan, which last time I checked, it's supposed to be huge. But guess what? Steelix did make it to the list, but only when he Mega Evolves. This humongous Crystal/Steel Snake grows taller from 30 feet 2 inches to 34 feet 5 inches. So for those who say that size doesn't matter, well, tell that to a Steelix, which when put into perspective, it is as tall as a telephone pole. Yes, those poles that you see on the street, which I never really paid attention to. But if you think about it, if you happen to see a snake that was that tall, you will probably not be able to take your eyes off of it as you slowly walk back and scream for your mommy to save your life. It would still be pretty cool if you could ride on top of one though. The next two are pretty close and up for debate, but hips don't lie, I mean numbers. And they put Mega Rayquaza in the number 3 spot with a height of 35 feet 5 inches, exactly 1 foot taller than Mega Steelix. Well, it seems that the snake/dragon looking Pokemon dominate this list. And when you put it into perspective, if you want to pet this cutie's head, you will have to be about 5.5 times taller than Michael Jordan. What is interesting is that from its normal to its mega form, Rayquaza gets 10 feet taller. Holy crap, talk about going through puberty. As I said before, the number 2 spot is really close with Mega Rayquaza, only 4 inches taller, at exactly 35 feet 9 inches. And the list of the tallest Pokemon would not be complete without the latest Pokemon introduced. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about a Lowland Executor. This Pokemon is about 1/10 as tall as the Statue of Liberty. Well, if I put it that way, he looks pretty tiny. In other words, a Lowland Executor is about 6,500 times as long as a strand of spaghetti. There we go, now he sounds impressive. But here's an interesting fact. In an interview with Shigeru Omori, he stated that Rayquaza might be taller than Executor if he stretched all the way. Sounds to me like someone needs some yoga classes. I'm not gonna lie, before I started this list, I was almost certain that a Lowland Executor would take the number 1 spot. But the title of the tallest Pokemon belongs to the biggest Pokemon in all existence. And no, I am not talking about your friend's mom. You guessed it, the mighty Wailord is the tallest Pokemon at 47 feet 7 inches. Pretty much making everyone else look like toddlers compared to this huge beast, which means that you would have to stack about 8 of your refrigerators on top of each other in the hopes of looking at this Pokemon straight in the eye. Well, I guess that was an obvious one, right? But interestingly enough, there is a Pokemon that is almost twice as tall as Wailord. In Generation 1, there is a glitch Pokemon known as H-Poke, and it is 80 feet 3 inches, or about 14 times as tall as Napoleon. Yeah, he would be pissed. But of course, there you have it, Pokemon fans. I hope that you enjoy the list, and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to suggest future countdowns, don't forget to follow me on Twitter so you can share your ideas. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, Pokemon fans.